Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Bug 6 from MJX. This is a brushless line of sight flyer. You can see we have LEDs in the front and in the rear, and we have this remote control. It does not come pre-bound. We'll do that in a minute. It also has a battery in here, a LiPo 25C 1300 milliamp 2-cell 7.4 volts. This is the version without the camera. Even though you see the Wi-Fi antenna here, that won't matter because I don't have a camera. We've also got some landing legs, so in this case we'll be fine in this grass. And the first thing you need to know is how to bind it. I've already done that so I could test it to make sure it works before I brought it out. You turn on the remote while you're pressing the lock button up here in red, and then you'll have this, the remote will beep. Then you plug this in, the remote will long beep, that indicates you're bound. Some more buttons on the remote here. The lock button also unlocks the props, so they'll begin to spin. This is photo button. In our case, it doesn't do anything. This is our flip button over here, and these are our rates. Just two rates, low and high. I'll try to keep this fairly close so we can see this little guy in the air. I doubt in the bright sunlight we'll really be able to see the LEDs much. I might be able to see them, but in the video recording that could be difficult. So let's give it a go. Turn the remote on first. Set it down after I plug it in real quick. There we go. We'll take it out here a bit. So you may have seen the red lights in back flashed real quick when it wasn't settled. Let's go ahead and press the unlock button. Oh, give me throttle all the way down. So our props are now spinning. Going to be pretty stable. We do have a bit of a breeze. It's drifting back, so I'm going to trim it forward a bit. Might not be able to trim that much out with the breeze coming at us. That's not bad. Alright, let's see what rate we're in here. I'm going to press the button to left. So 2 beeps, this would be our highest rate. Yeah. We get some pretty aggressive roll and pitch. You can see how it's kind of trying to control the altitude for us a little bit. These are fairly low kV motors, so they're not going to spin up very fast. Let's try our yaw rate here. Whoa, whoa. Let's try that again. Now let's switch back to the, wow, we're bobbing up and down here with this breeze. So this is our low rate. Low rate isn't bad as far as the pitch and roll goes. It's not really tepid. And our yaw rate. And our flips. Let's do a flip so we could probably see here in the camera. Get some height, not a lot. Okay, I forgot. I've got to press the button and hold the stick over. There we go. Almost too low there. Okay, let's just fly it around a little bit, see what sort of flight time we get. It sounds pretty good. Hopefully you can see that against a nice blue sky. I had to wait a while to find a nice day where I thought the skies would give us the opportunity to see this guy in the air. There's a version that does come with the camera, of course, and there's also a version I think that comes with the camera and the goggles, and I'll link those down below in the description if you're looking to check the pricing on those. I think this model is really based for someone who likes to fly line of sight. but wants to get into something that's not brushed, something maybe a little bit more robust. Brushed motors wear out. Brushless motors wear out too, but they just take a lot longer and they take a much greater beating before you'll need to swap out the brushless motors. So I'm just kind of managing my throttle in the turns, and then I let the throttle go a little bit. Keep my height. Making passes. I'm trying to make crossing passes so you guys can see this. And I am in the lowest rate, so it flies fairly aggressively. Let's one thing I haven't done, let's bring it around here and let's do a punch. Bring it back. The throttle stick is kind of sensitive at the mid stick, but it doesn't get more sensitive as you go. Okay, so we're gonna do a punch. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I probably got the sun right in our eye. Let's try it over here a little bit. 3, 2, 1. So as you can see, it doesn't spin up those large props real fast. The bugs that were here cleared out. I guess I must have scared them off with the Bug 6, huh? There were some large dragonflies hanging out. There must be some standing water over there in that pit. You can see how it kind of has a hard time with harder turns. See how it pitched right there at the end? Hopefully you can see that. That's because the flight controller wants to spin up one particular motor faster than the motor's capable. It's not very loud, so you don't have to worry about it being menacing. If you're in a park, I don't suggest you fly around people, but if you're in like a neighborhood park, where you might be concerned about bringing out the neighbors with a loud quad, this one, hopefully as you can hear, is not nearly as loud as most brushless of this size. Hopefully you can see those lights. We've got red in the back and white in the front. That's nice for our orientation. You can see it kind of balloons up on those 180 turns. That is not unusual. You could manage that by decreasing your throttle in the turn a bit, like that, and then bringing the throttle back up. Whoa, get close to those trees. I have a bad habit when I'm line of sight flying of doing that, trying to get close to stuff but not hit it. I also do that when I'm flying FPV, but that's okay. Right as we got in front of us right there, I hit full throttle so you can get an idea what it sounds like. I mean, it's very quiet. We do get an extra set of props. We also get a battery charger. It's a USB based balance lead battery charger. So if you like to line of sight fly, and you have problems with wind, a heavier unit like this might be the solution that you're looking for. Breeze is kicking up again. You can probably hear it on the microphone. A little stronger breeze this time. I am a little higher on the throttle. The battery is getting weaker. But I don't see any flashing lights, so no LVC. I think this does fly for about 15 minutes. That was my recollection of my past flights. I think if you get this, you'll definitely want to find a big open green space like we have in front of us. Soccer field that's not in use, neighborhood park, maybe just some open acreage in the country or something. Especially if you're getting the FPV version and you're just learning to fly FPV. Distance calculation in the goggles can be a little bit difficult. I am noticing that those red prop spinners on the top, every once in a while they catch the sun and kind of have a nice little metallic glimmer to them. Going this way, it has to fight the wind a lot more, so it slows down. You can see in that way when we make a pass that way. Just kind of doing figure eights, which is a good practice, learning to turn both ways. We all have a tendency to turn one way or another. Maybe it has to do with our handedness or just what feels more comfortable to us. But it flies pretty good, and again, I'm just hearing the lowest rates, because I think a good many of you will start in these rates, and once you get more comfortable, you can flip it into the higher rates and experiment a little bit. Whoa! Try to front flip and forward flight. Oh, now we're getting LVC. Yeah, and our remote's beeping, so gotta level her off. Oh, better lock them. Well, some reason. There we go. So now I have a beep here indicating low battery, and this one's also beeping, but the remote beep is a lot louder, as you can hear. All right, there we go. Pretty powerful line of sight flyer there. I'll put the flight time on the screen. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the section down below. Again, this is the Bug 6 from MJX. Thanks for watching.